Good morning. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Takeaway Tuesday. What a wonderful weekend we had. I don't know about you. Did you have a wonderful Thanksgiving? Comment below if you are a turkey eating dinner place or a ham eating dinner place. I don't know for Thanksgiving, but my Thanksgiving was fantastic. I had my mom's schnitzel. Oh, I just love it. For me, that is definitely Thanksgiving. Anyways, thank you for joining me. Today is Takeaway Tuesday, and you know what I realized? I realized that, this month is an extra bonus that they have for grabbing the starter kit. And you know what I realized? You know what? Christmas is coming up, so there's always a list of things to buy. And I'm always up there looking for something great for a savings. Anyways, what I realized was, you know what? You can buy 12, I couldn't believe it, 12 card kits from Stampin' Up, 12 of them for your starter kit and give them away as Christmas presents. You pay only $135, no taxes, no shipping, and you also get a bonus of 20% off when you order beyond that. But what I found out is if you're getting a Christmas list, why not grab the starter pack? Because you know what? The kits are a great idea for gift giving, right? So what I did is I did a calculation. So usually the kits are, sometimes $32, $26, and stuff like that, depending on what you get. But I found out that you could get some of the all-inclusive kits, which run about $26, and that's about 6 of them. So you can get 6 of those in your starter kit for only $135. So if you got 6 times 26, that's really $156. What a deal. You know what? It really is a deal. Anyways, this month is Starter Kit Plus. You can join with me and get a starter kit, choose a $206 worth of product, and pay only $135. It's a great deal, gotta tell you. If you want to add on to your supply kits, like the Joyful Flurries bundle that we're using today, gonna love this. A bundle, when I talk about bundles, I talk about either a punch or a die set, including a stamp set. So those are really great deals. You get 10% off on a bundle. There are a lot of ways to maximize the money that you spend on your starter kit. So let me know if you're interested. Comment or email northernstamper@gmail.com. I'd be happy to help you. And today we are making a card from the Joyful Flurry stamp set. I hope you have yours with you. And today's what we're going to do is you really only need one ink color. Now you can choose either Smoky Slate or Basic Gray. Either one, doesn't matter, but that's the color of ink that we're going to be choosing today. So make sure that you have that ready. We also do require access to our cut and emboss machine, so you want to get that, which you can also toss in your starter kit too. If you've never had a starter kit, let me know. It is actually a really good deal. You know what? There is no sell. You don't need to sell to anybody. I swear that you don't need to sell to anybody. If you want to just purchase for yourself, that's okay. If you want to try the supplies, load up your starter kit and give that a try. There is no strings attached, right? We just have a lot of fun and we make crafts. So join my team, and what we do is I do have some private events for my team members, and we are going to be doing some lots of fun coming in the couple of months. As I said, I'm a Canadian independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you would like a catalog, let me know. I can send you either the annual catalog or the holiday mini catalog, which is just filled with a bunch of great items for Christmas time. So let me know what you think and what you had for dinner for Thanksgiving. Okay, are you ready to get going on our card for today. You do require, I have mine in my little packages. These are really great hard little cases. I put everything in here and you're going to see how it turns out. It's really a really good thing to have. So are you ready? Give me a thumbs up that you're ready to join. And I will place you up on the camera mount and so we can get going. Okay? Oh yes, Liz, yeah, we're gonna have a great time. And this weekend I am on a very special, you're gonna love this, a very special learning journey with my friend Liz. We are going to be learning some very new things. Very excited. Something very new, and I hopefully will be able to teach it to you as in the coming months. So anyways, let's go and hop on the camera. All right, let's go. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at that. It worked very well. As I mentioned, my name is Tina Kvergich, and I am Northern Stamper. If you have any questions, please northernstamper@gmail.com. I would be happy to give a chat with you. As I mentioned, get your ink pads. There we go. I got my basic gray and smoky slate. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. We have our Joyful Flurries bundle, and these has the dies in it, and I just keep my dies in the little package like that. Some people place it inside. Usually what I do is when I'm done, I either take a little elastic band and keep them together. So there's the Joyful Flurry, okay, and our package. So in our package, let us look for a basic gray cardstock. So that's what we're going to need, the basic gray cardstock there, okay. There should be a little bit of ribbon. Now I just love this sparkly ribbon. It is actually one of my favorite. You can color it. You can, it is fantastic for Christmas cards. And you are going to need some pieces of basic white cardstock. So I do have extra cardstock that I have, the basic white, just for scraps, just in case. And you know what? You can always grab from your stash some embellishments, and I've been using these red and green little embellishments. They are fantastic. You're going to love this. All right, so give me a thumbs up when you are ready and you have all your supplies, and we will get started. Okay, so let us begin with stamping. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp on some basic white with some of these various snowflakes there. I love snowflakes, so just think it's fantastic. And I'm going to start with the basic white cardstock, and I have a little bit extra just in case. As I said, it doesn't matter which color that you use. If you have either one, that's fantastic. So I'm going to try with the smoky slate, and I'm going to try one, and I'm going to see if it's not dark enough. Then I'm going to use the other one. So I'm going to start with the largest snowflake that I have here, and I'm going to place that on my block. Okay, so let's get that started, and we'll go like this. I'm going to ink it up, and as I'm inking, I'm patting and turning. That's one of the tricks, okay? So you can always see it's full. Let's see. So I'm going to do one here, and I'm going to see if it's dark enough. I think for what I'm going to make, I want it a little darker than that. So I am actually going to use the basic gray, and I'm going to just flip this paper over and stamp on the other side. Okay, so I have the basic gray, pat and turn, and I'm going to stamp some of my snowflakes. Now for me, that's a little better. See, it's a little darker, so that's what I want. That is what I want. I want this to kind of stand out a little bit. Oh, Brenda, I'm glad you could join us. I'm also going to be stamping some of the other snowflakes. I'm going to do at least one of each. You can do more than that. It's up to you. So I'm going to stamp another one, And let's get that last one on a scrap of, get another scrap here. Okay, just in case. You can do more than 3 if you like. Now this is a really super easy card to make, and it's a lot of fun. So I have one of each, and I think that's going to look really nice. If you remember from art class, they like it, they always mention in odd numbers that you want to create things, and we're going to be kind of clustering these together. Okay, so I have those done. I'm going to just place them off to the side, and we're going to cut these all together. Oh, what we also need, since I'm stamping, we need a sentiment, and I'm going to use It's a Season of Magic and Wonder. Okay, and where did it go? There we go. Place it on the block, and I love my blocks. I've tried some other ones from the Let's Not Name That Large Conglomerate store, and they have the blocks, but they're thinner, they're not as high, and they don't have these little hand grips on it, and it's like a little indent, and it does really truly make a difference when you're holding it, because if it's too large and too thin, you can't quite grip. And I don't know about you, but my hands are a little bit stiff, especially now in the basement when it's getting cooler. So I like the little edges on the blocks. So make sure you get a couple of the blocks, and the lettering on this one is an H. I highly recommend certain number of blocks to get, like a D, a C, and an H. Those are the really most popular ones. You definitely want to grab those. And I actually have at least 3 of each. And I have 3 of each because when I'm doing my stamping, okay, I'm going to show you, I like to keep the items on the block themselves. So these 2 are the same size, so I have a couple of those. Keep it on there. And I have a few, so then I don't have to keep taking them off. And they're a really good investment. Okay, so anyways, enough about blocks. So I got my stamps here. Okay. Oh, Sharon, yeah, the indents make a huge difference. They really do, I gotta say. And they are nice and thick. So let's get our card base. Now we want to fold it in half, or you want to score it. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to take these stamps and we are going to stamp on the card base in the same color. So remember I said we're only going to use one color. So let's get started. So I'm going to stamp straight up and down. That's one of my main ones, and I'm going to fill in some of the areas with the others. And it's okay if it goes off the card base. That's going to look fine. It's going to look really nice. So I'm going to do a few of these, kind of hanging off. And I go back to this one. And we want to kind of do a little bit of a variety, kind of like we did last week. Were you with me last week when we did this on the green card? Same idea. Don't forget, when you're stamping, make sure you're going straight up and down, because if you rock it and you have a little bit of ink on the edge, you will get like a halo effect. Now that's great for angels and, you know, things you put on the Christmas tree, but not so much for stamping. Okay, so I've got my smaller snowflake. There we go. And I'm just going to fill it in these areas here, just like we did last week. Okay, carefully make sure you don't get a halo on that. And there we go, all the way around. Let's fill it up. Have a few falling off. There we go. So you can see as the snowflakes are coming together. So this is going to look really fantastic. Now we are pretty well done with our ink, so let's close that up. I like to close the ink because, I don't know about you, I always get my finger in there. I don't know how, but I can even get my elbow in there. So I'll put those aside, and what we're going to do is I'm going to get my mini cut and emboss machine. Now this thing is fantastic. Great little thing to take camping. I don't know, did you see the pictures of camping? I went camping this weekend. I took some of my crafting stuff with me, but what I like to do best of all, I don't know about you, but I love sitting by the campfire and reading my magazine. And of course, what is my favorite magazine of all time that I take with me everywhere? You got it. It is the Stampin' Up! Magazines. Oh, you know what? I could look at them like all the time. All right, I'm going to get my dies, and as we stamp them on the basic white, I'm going to pull them out, and don't forget the little tag. And don't forget, when you're cutting, there's a flat edge. You want it to sit on the top or the bottom. Now, you have to imagine like a grilled cheese sandwich. So the plates are like the bread. The paper that I've stamped is like our specialty cheese. I don't know, Havarti or whatever. And the dies with the sharp parts down or into the paper that we're going to cut is our next piece of cheese. And we are going to set up, oh, that's the wrong die, and check these out, put them in there. And I stamped a little bit close, and I don't want to put the two dies together because they would sit on top of each other. So I'm just going to run this one through. Okay, I'm going to line it up. And you can always add a little bit of tape on there if you want. Washi tape or painter's tape. And we're going to just run this through. Okay, this is great little Stampin' Emboss machine. It's a great price. You can add it to your starter kit and still get a lot of stuff. So we're going to pop that out. Okay, and I'm going to cut the other ones out, so bear with me. So hopefully you're cutting yours with me. Okay, going to cut that one out. There we go. Watch which way it goes. And as we go. I love this little machine. I love my big one too, but you know, this is great to have. So I got the two, and let's get that last one. Now I can put these two together, save myself some time, put the die on that little snowflake and the die on the little sentiment there. So great way to kind of have your supplies. And oh, a great little Christmas gift for somebody. Okay, there we go. Running it through. All right. Let me know, I'm curious, do most of you have the large cut and emboss machine or the smaller one? I don't know. Let me know. Do you have the larger one, or like the regular size, or the smaller one? So I have them both because why not? I take one in the trailer and I keep one at home. Okay, let's go. I'm going to put those all back in here, keep them all together. Got my little plates, and now I can put these away. Okay. All right. So now we've got our card base. Okay. We've got our snowflakes. Doot, doot. And we have our tag. Very simple card. It's fantastic. I love the coloring of this card. The gray is a really interesting color for a Christmas card. The last thing that we're going to do is we are going to glue these down. And don't forget, we have our little ribbon. Oh, Jane has the bigger one. Oh, I love the bigger one. That is always my go-to, but the little one is fantastic too. So what I want to do is I'm going to add the ribbon to the back of the largest snowflake, and I'm just going to go back and forth. So I'm going to add a little bit of tape onto the back. Hold on that ribbon. So it gives it kind of like that flurry look. You know, like don't want to say a blizzard, but kind of go back and forth. So we're going to go back and forth like that. I'm just going to tape it down, or you could use adhesive if you have. I'm going to go back, and there we go. And there we go. If you want to save some of this ribbon and to make it go a little further, what you can do is kind of add it. There we go. Stick that down. Oh, it's all sticking to me. Okay, going to bring it back. And I'm just going to cut it right where it comes into the snowflake. Add a little bit of tape to take down that end. And I'm going to continue on. So there we go, right at the edge. Now that is just to extend it a little bit more. So I wanted to kind of get it across. There we go. There you go. It was slightly smaller, so if I just kind of cut that little ribbon, nobody's going to notice that it's cut. There we go. Got that on there. So it looks like a little snowflake blizzard on that little one snowflake. And I'm going to be placing this one on dimensionals. I'm going to glue down these two. Okay, got my Stampin' Seal. And let's place it on. And I'm going to kind of group them roughly in about a group of 3. So I got this one lower, a little higher. Okay, and we'll go like that. And add dimensionals. This is a really super easy card. Uses a little bit of cardstock, a little bit of white, a little bit of ribbon, and we're going to add some of those embellishments. Just grab whatever embellishment that you have, will definitely work. Okay, got that. I'm going to offset this. Okay, so it looks like, there we go, kind of like a little triangle. And I'm actually going to add embellishments, or sorry, dimensionals to the back of my sentiment. I want that kind of popped up too. Let's get that started. Ooh, I don't know about you, but it's a little chilly in the basement when the weather turns. Oh my goodness. There we go. Place that on. It's coming together. Oh, look at these. These are going to look really nice. Oh, I could use the blue or the... Oh, I'm going to use the silver on that. Right in the center of these snowflakes. Fantastic. I love it. Oh, that really adds something. You know what? Just doing a little bit adds quite a lot. So I'm just going to move that ribbon over a little bit and slide these guys on. Oh, that is so pretty. And you'll notice I'm just sliding these embellishments off onto the snowflakes. You can also use your pick tool, but I'm just sliding them off. And I'm placing it right where I want it to end. And one more. Oh, that one. Look, that one's getting away on me. Yeah. Oh, that one's stuck. It likes me. Okay, there we go. And one more. I love this color. It looks fantastic. Oh my goodness. If you want, you can even add a little bit of Wink of Stella to that. There we go. What a lovely, lovely card. I know it's kind of difficult with the viewing, but I hope you can see how fantastic that card is. Very simple. Very simple. So it is a great stamp set. So it was the Joyful Flurry, and we've used some of the pieces. A lot of the stamps. I've been using a lot of these snowflakes, and the sentiments are really quite lovely. So there we go. Very simple card using just ink and a little bit of paper and embellishments. So there we go. I could knock off about 20 of these in less than probably an hour. So very simple. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, please definitely give me an email, drop me an email at northernstamper@gmail.com. I'd be happy to help you out or answer any questions that you have. Don't forget, join me for next month. Takeaway Tuesday is all about heat embossing, and I'm getting the kits ready for mailing this week, so they're going to be going out. So anyways, I hope that you had a lovely Thanksgiving dinner. Keep toasty warm, go for a nice walk out in the sunshine, and let's make some more Christmas cards with this. Isn't that great? I will see you next time, and I hope you have a lovely day. Take care.